rev up your engine! It's time for the Scotty Kilmer channel. Today I'm going to show you how to fix bad wiring on your car. Now when you have a wiring short, the first thing you do is you cut off the bad wired part. Then get some of the same gauge wire, in this case it's 14 gauge wire. And if you get confused, wire cutters like these cost like 12 bucks. They've got the gauge measures on them to show you which wire is which. Then on each end of the wire, you strip off a small amount of the insulation. And do the same thing on the wire that you're splicing it to that goes to the car. Then you want to twist both ends of the wires together mechanically. Twist them nice and tight so they're connected good. Then you get a cute little soldering iron like this. You want a pencil tip. You don't want a big one. This is a 40-watt one. It works perfectly fine for wiring. And it was only 16 bucks on Amazon. And you want to use the right kind of solder. This is rosin core, 60-40, and 0.32 diameter. Thinner is better when you're doing wiring on cars. Now once the tip gets hot, you want to tin it. You want to put a little bit of solder on it so it's ready to solder better. Then we go to the actual wire itself. Now first thing you want to do is you want to tin the wire a little bit too. Then you want to heat the wire up. As the wire gets hot, you're then going to put solder on the wire. Not on the gun, but on the wire. You want to make sure the wire is nice and hot. Then you add a little bit of solder to it until it's nice and tight. Now if you look closely at it, you can see it's got a really nice fill. It's nice and tight and it's not going to get corroded. And speaking of corrosion, you want to use some of this heat shrink wrap to keep it sealed for moisture. You just slip it over the wire. It just slips right over. Then you heat it up so it shrinks. Now some guys will use matches, but the heat might ruin it from the flame. I use a heat gun. They don't cost that much. But in a pinch, you can even use your wife's hairdryer. Just put it on full blast. Just heat it all up until it shrinks. And as you can see now, it's got a nice tight seal so water can't intrude and cause any problems. Because you don't want any bare copper sticking out into the atmosphere. The water vapor will get to it, then it corrodes and turns green. And when it turns green, it doesn't conduct electricity. It's the copper being eaten away, and you'll have all kinds of electrical problems from too much resistance in the line. So the next time you have wiring problems in your car, why not fix it with a little soldering gun? And remember, in this case, bigger is not better. Remember, if you have any car questions, just visit the Scotty Kilmer channel.